joined by a special guest to Jeremy Lin, his high school coach from Palo Alto High in California, Peter Stricklenbach. Now, describe what Linsanity is like in the hometown of Palo Alto.
I mean, the best way I can describe it is it's like a World Series win and a Super Bowl all put together. Everybody's just so excited.
It's been well documented that Jeremy wasn't really recruited out of high school, not well known in college. In fact, he told me he was 5'3" his freshman year in high school. What kind of potential did you see in him as you coached him?
Well, he came in with just an incredible feel for the game, so we knew he had that, but we had no idea he was going to grow up to be this size and athletic as he is. I mean, he's a professional athlete now, and we had no idea that was going to happen.
He was also quite honest and said he described himself as, quote, arrogant and selfish until his junior year in high school when he broke his ankle. He did, and he said he changed. How did he change?
Wow. I think he's being a little hard on himself. I mean, he was never arrogant, and if he was ever selfish, it's just because he had so much confidence in himself, and he knew he could do so much on the floor. Our conversations just revolved around him understanding that the best he can do would be to create for others. That's the best thing he can do. That's a much higher level player than scoring, and he really got that his senior year.
Well, he has certainly enjoyed playing for you, had wonderful things to say about you. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy it.
Thanks for having me. I am.
Thank you, Heather. The Palo Alto High School jerseys were around earlier, as the success of Lin has brought the throwbacks from Jeremy's background from Palo Alto High and from Harvard, where he wore number 4. And you see how his jersey has been all the sensation online and at the NBA store here in New York as well. Lin being guarded by future Hall of Famer Jason Kidd. J.R. Smith, first game with the Knicks, had 9 points in the first quarter. Has missed his last couple of shots, and Hubie Dallas within 5 here with $1:55 to go.
Look, in spite of how great the Knicks are playing, and now it's a 3-point game. Now we know that Fields and Lin are having a great half. They're 10 for 16 in the backcourt, but Dallas has a way, very quietly, of scoring in bunches.
Kidd turned Lin away. Terry intercepts the pass by Chandler. Here goes Jason. Good feet to Marion coming down the lane. He'll come to the line for a couple of free throws as Fields fouls him.
Dallas will continue to keep coming at you. Anytime there's a turnover, loose ball, they're going to fly down the floor, and then they're going to look for the trailer or the three-point shot. So they're going to put pressure on you, and the Knicks have got to understand it's going to be for 48 minutes.
Couple of shots coming for Sean Marion. Only Maverick to start every game for Dallas this year. Well, we continue with NBA Sunday on ABC. Mike Green, Jeff Van Gundy down in Miami to see the teams look so good in the East, especially this road trip they just finished. The Miami Heat taking on Orlando. And then on ESPN tonight, the best in the West. Oklahoma City will be in action taking on Denver. NBA on ABC and ESPN today.
Mike, I like what Miami's doing. Yeah, they've won 5 in a row. They're 8-2 in their last 10. But they are 12-5 on the road. That's a great stat.
With nice find to Chandler inside. He drew the defensive attention, able to slip it through for 2.
Yeah, I like the fact that when the big man left, the man who was the receiver of the pass, Jeremy Lin just slid away from the rim to create a passing angle.
Shot clock at 10, Nowitzki. And J.R. Smith wants him back. Chandler comes over for help. Rebound by Chandler.
Now that wasn't by accident. He loves to bank that shot sometimes from an angle. It looks like it's a difficult shot, but he loves that area. He missed Stoudemire that time.
Fields out of the corner, missed the 3. Haywood the rebound for the Mavericks.
See, with all of this cutting, you can't miss the big guys when they're wide open going in front of the rim.
Threw it away, and Fields is fouled as Jason Kidd bumps him on the way. So one on Jason. That's first and last 2. The Mavericks only had 1 team foul in the quarter to that point. Hey kids, you can visit NBAHoopTroop.com today. Got cool games, exciting videos. You can earn points, get info on all your favorite NBA teams and players. That's NBAHoopTroop.com. It's been one of the interesting parts. You think about the league from a big perspective. 13 weeks ago, 14 weeks ago, talking lockout. Will there be the nuclear winter, no season? Then you get the teams back and exciting games. TV ratings have been up. And then this guy comes in and sets the league on its ear. Fields for 3. Fight for the rebound, and Hubie, there's a scrappiness to this Knicks team in this 8-game run, now 8.5, that was not there earlier on.
Well, remember, a guy that was also instrumental at the defensive end was Walker. And Walker is out with an elbow injury today. And when they had Fields, Walker, and Jeffries in the game, and then also Nowak, along with Lynn, just think about how small they were, and then just Tyson Chandler holding the fort. Great defense.
The crowd, the crescendo rise. At the end of the half, here's Lynn. Knocked away from behind, halftime. At the end of the first half here in the Garden, the Knicks had a big run late first quarter to take the lead and have maintained it throughout the second. It was a great stat line for Jeremy Lin as the celebrities have come out to watch again. J.R. Smith had 9 in his Knicks debut, but 12.6 assists, 2 steals, and just the 1 turnover for Lynn, standing by with Heather Cox.
Mike, thanks so much. Jeremy, you said each and every game is getting harder because you're on scouting reports. They're learning your tendencies. What are they taking away from you in this first half?
They're double teaming out the pick and rolls, and they have Marion on me, so it's a little longer, but it's a good opportunity just to drag the defense out and then let everybody else make a play. Obviously, J.R. Smith coming off the bench and to the team, just a big addition, so you got to move the ball.
Talking about J.R. Smith, first time any of you guys have ever played with him, and obviously for you to distribute to him, what are your early impressions?
He can shoot, he can score, he's a playmaker, so anytime you get someone like that, it only helps.
We'll let you get to the locker room. Thanks, Jeremy.
Heather, thank you. Lynn played 21.5 for the 24 first half minutes and keeps the numbers up. What does the great all-time point guard Magic Johnson think? He joins Chris Broussard, John Barry, and Michael Wilbon coming up for the halftime report. At the break in New York, you'll also hear more from the one-on-one with Jeremy Lin. His Knicks lead by 3 over the NBA champion Mavericks.
Launch sequence initiated. 15 seconds and counting.
At KFC, we have one mission: serve the world's best tasting chicken.
9.
That's why our whole chicken is delivered fresh
7.
and prepared fresh by real cooks with KFC's world-famous secret recipes.
Preparation complete. 3, 2, 1.
Taste for yourself why fresh.
Los Angeles. All right, guys. We got Jeremy Lin. We got J.R. Smith. We got Carmelo coming back tomorrow. We got everything. It's all Knicks all the time. What do you think it would happen in the first half?
Well, I was really impressed because Jeremy Lin listened to us on Friday. He didn't jump into the air and make those awful turnovers that he was making on Friday. He didn't do that today.
Only one.
Only one turnover at the end. But he's played a fantastic floor game. This guy really reads situations very well. You got to give him credit. And what I like, they're getting better shots now. When we first watched him, this is a 17-year-old run. JB, look at him. He's just driving and kicking, playing a great game.
No, he's answering the bell. There's no question. I think there's a tendency he does like to go right. Probably got to get better going left. But this team doesn't get good shots when he comes out of the game. Look, it's 32-20 after that first quarter. He comes out of the game. The Knicks don't score for the first 3 minutes of that second quarter. And not only did they not score, they didn't even get a good shot. D'Antoni has to put him back in that ball game. This is a guy that's orchestrating this offense now. It's clear. They don't have a backup point guard. They went to Shumpert. This guy he knows what he's doing.
Well, they're relying on him to get the kind of shots that you and Irvin have been asking him to get for a couple of weeks now. They're getting those shots, and without Lin on the floor, it'll be interesting to see what the Knicks do with Baron Davis.
I was going to say, I was surprised they didn't put Baron Davis in because, you know, Shumpert's not a point guard. Put Davis in. It was a low-pressure situation. D'Antoni doesn't want to put too much on him. Let him come in. Maybe we see him in the second half. The guy we did see, J.R. Smith, who they recently signed, 3 3-pointers. He fit in seamlessly. You know what JR is?
He was timid, right?
8 shots and 12.
Well, you know, he is a 6'6" version of Nate Robinson. And they love Nate at the guard. You loved him sometimes. You hated him sometimes. That's probably what you're going to get with J.R. Smith.
But I tell you this, I'm not getting ahead of myself either. If this team could put it together with Carmelo, JR coming off the bench, Stoudemire, they are going to be a tough out in the playoffs. I'm telling you now, because it's hard matchups now. They got tough. You don't know who to match up with. And Jeremy Lin causes so much havoc. Once he gets into that lane, he is just an expert at either making the right play, bounce pass here, driving kick to the corner to an open man, J.R. Smith, or he can take it himself. We don't have too many guards that can do all three. Normally, the guards we have now today are great at one thing, or they're a great jump shooter, or they're a great passer. This guy can score, pass, and lead at the same time.
It seems like the Knicks have all of the pieces. When Carmelo gets back, all of the pieces. A bench, got depth.
Better defense.
Now, the question is,
6th in the league in defensive efficiency.
How quickly and will all the pieces fit? I mean, isn't that what we're talking about?
Chicago and Miami, better hurry up, get it together.
The Knicks were a +10 when Jeremy Lin was on the floor in that first half. Coming up, a one-on-one with the NBA's latest sensation.